Hey there, this is Mario, and in this video you're gonna learn how long should your workouts be. So how much time do you need to be spending in the gym to make progress, to make gains, to build muscle, to lose fat, whatever your goal is, right? So when I first started a couple of years ago, there's a bunch of myths, and I call them myths because they're still fucking myths. A lot of these have been debunked, but the majority of people still don't know that there's no such thing as an ideal workout time, for example, because a lot of people still think it's like 30, 45 minutes or 60 minutes. And if you, let's say some guru out there told you, yeah, it's 45 minutes. And then when you hit like 45:01, if you're still training, you're a failure, right? Your cortisol is going to shoot up, your testosterone is going to drop down, like cortisol is going to come out, kill you, you're going to get a heart attack, like you have to run to your locker room, get your protein shake. A lot of people still believe that bunch of nonsense, and it's just holding a lot of people back because they're just overthinking these small things that don't fucking matter. So short answer for this video, does something like an ideal workout lane exist? No, like in a general scope, like there's no such thing that everybody should have the same workout length. There's no such thing. But as for an individual, there probably is a ideal workout time for you that you can maintain your focus, the quality of work you're putting out, and consistency of showing up in the gym, and safety, obviously, and progression. So these 5 things. And out of these 5 things that I just mentioned, there's 3 core principles that I briefly mentioned there. So core principles of every workout plan, right? That's safety, always first, like safety always comes first. Consistency, that comes second. So showing up, without consistency, nothing will happen. Consistency beats perfection. Like we fucking know this. Anybody who ever talk with, you notice that any goal worth achieving, you need to hustle for it, you need to work hard for it, you need to consistently work for it. And the principle number 3 is progression, right? You need to be progressing over time. You need to be adding weight to the bar. Gaining weight, losing weight, or some kind of body composition change has to be happening in order for your workout plan to be classified as working, as good, as decent, as fairly optimized as one should aim for in the gym. If you're spending your time in the gym, you obviously want to make progress, right? So when we look at these 3 things, the ideal workout length kind of falls in that category of a little bit of safety, but mainly about consistency, right? If your workout plan is designed to be 2 hours and you're someone who can just sustain a 60-minute workout plan, sustainably do a 60-minute workout plan, there's really makes no sense to design a workout plan for it to be 90 minutes because you will never going to be able to reach that 90-minute mark. And really, the way the plans are designed, like all of the optimal plans, the way they are designed, is that they have the majority of the important work in the beginning of the plan, where you're the most fresh physically and mentally, because that mental focus that you have and that physical capacity that you have, your energy and all that effort you can put in those first couple of sets, in those first couple of exercises, because they are the most important ones. And you will I'll find myself, and you probably experience this yourself as well, that sometimes when you need to cut the workout short, it's usually like done with like supersetting a couple of those assistance movements for arms or like shoulders or like abs, or like skipping that 15-20 minute cardio if you have that at the end of the workout, right? So these things are not very important, but your non-negotiables, as I like to call them, the 3 things like consistency, safety, and progression, these are non-negotiables. So you always want to aim for these 3. Like your plan has to take into account these 3 things, and you will be progressing mainly in those first few lifts in general that you're doing. If you look at all the powerlifting, all the power bodybuilding plans, or bodybuilding in general plans, just bodybuilding, you will see that the compound lifts are always coming before isolation in most scenarios, right? That's kind of the common way to design a program, because for those first few lifts that are complex, you need more focus to like properly execute the lifts, and in general, that's how you kind of measure progress, right? So without making this into a very fucking complicated video, without making this into a huge long rant of me like talking shit about the mainstream, and which I find a lot of bullshit still out there. Guys will see like, I don't know, C.T. Fletcher yelling at a guy, and it's like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's how the workout should be fucking looking like. I mean, I love CT Fletcher, by the way. I'm a big fucking fan of his stuff. But the guy saw his video and is like, yeah, man, I'm not training hard enough, right? And then they go to the gym and fucking kill themselves, right? There's always idiots, right? There's guys who are doing too hard or guys who are doing too low. And somewhere in between that is kind of that golden middle where you should strive for, that allows for consistency, right? Because you can do hard, stop, which is like either injury, overtraining, or just not fucking being consistent. You know, you're training once a month or like once in like 3 weeks. Or you can go like steady progress, steady progress, slow, steady progress, right? You never fucking stop. And this allows you to maximize the amount of muscle mass, lower the maximum amount of body fat you can, like get it lower and maintain that low level if you do that slower, patient approach. I think patience is like the most hated word in fitness. Like nobody wants to fucking hear that. Everybody thinks like about that one heroic workout where you break all of your fucking PRs, but it's really not. It comes down to consistently showing up, honoring those 3 core principles, which I'm coming back again to, which is safety, consistency, and progression. And it really comes down to that. This is what people don't want to hear. People want to hear it's about a magic method, or it's about like some heroic effort where you like go to failure and all these fucking sets and you film it for YouTube, take a selfie for Instagram, post it on Facebook, like I went to failure, right? And then he's like knocks himself out for like a week, right? And doesn't make any gains, right? It really comes down to consistency, and that is what is primarily tied to the ideal workout lane. So you want to find the ideal workout lane that you can consistently sustain in your life scenario. Whatever you can do, you do. So let's say if you're someone who has to wake up in the morning to do the workout before they go to their regular job, if you have 60 minutes, that's your ideal time, right? That is your fucking ideal time, right? If you're someone who has a bunch of time, you can spend 2 hours in the gym if you want to. Makes no difference. I actually talk a lot about if you're that kind of person that is time constrained, like if you have a time constraint with like work and all these other things, I actually made a video of how long should you rest between sets, which is one of the primary methods how you can cut your workout shorter. So I'm going to leave that video linked in the description below. So you can check that out. You're going to get some cool ideas how to use things like supersets, alternating sets, like trisets, and all these things to cut your workout shorter if you need to get in a lot of volume in a short amount of time. But in general, whatever you find the ideal workout lane to be for you, that is your ideal workout lane. So hope you enjoyed the video, and leave me in the comments below, how long do you work out in the gym? So how much time do you spend in the gym? How hard do you usually work out? So leave that in the description, in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe below to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.